Welcome back, Q2C, to another First Impressions playthrough, this time of a game called Mudrunner VR. Mudrunner VR is an immersive virtual reality experience that brings the challenges of off-road driving in a simulation to a whole new world inside of VR. This game is going to blow you away with its realism. There are all sorts of challenges, whether you do it through the story mode or through the free play mode. You'll face challenges of things like mud pits, raging rivers, like mountainsides, extreme terrain that you just can't even imagine. I thought I was gonna flip over so many times playing this game, it was unreal. So you have to navigate this kind of town. Once you get outside of the town, the mission or storyline kind of takes you on an adventure, working for your uncle, where you have to rescue cars, flip them back over, maybe go and get a fuel truck and go refuel a car and take it to locations, or pull them out of the mud, or go do surveys and collect data from mountaintops, lakesides, cliff sides. Like, the storyline is very in-depth, very captivating, really, because I was just like, okay, what's Uncle want me to do now, and how much is he gonna pay me? There's all kinds of control options to make the physics and realism of the truck movements and driving more realistic or more kind of arcadey. I definitely did it in the more realistic for all of my options. And it totally feels like it. Like, you're bouncing around. There's parts where I'm leaning back thinking I'm helping because I don't want to drive off a cliff or something. It is very immersive. There is all sorts of vehicles that you have to man, whether it's, again, in the storyline or in free mode. From little Jeeps to your little car that you start out with, which I thought for sure I have to run this whole game in this stupid little car. Oh my God, I'm never going to finish. But it just takes you to your next vehicle, and then you get into that and you progress through the storyline. And as you're going through, you'll change cars. Sometimes you might wreck your car because you fell down a cliff or smashed into a tree, and then you got to teleport yourself back to like the service vehicle and then figure out how to drive it up to where you wrecked your car so you can fix your car so you can continue on with the story mode. It's crazy. Things like servicing the vehicle, fuel consumption, and even like affecting your gears and stuff. Like, if you lock your differential and drive it too fast, the car itself will break down. Now you have to go and get a service vehicle or your toolbox and fix it. Crazy. I can't count how many times I was driving around and I was thinking, I'll just use all-wheel drive, lock my differential, put it in, drive 2 or something slow, and just crawl my way up this hill. Not realizing that you're burning fuel like crazy. You have winches on the front, winches on the back, so get out of the truck, hook yourself up to a tree, and pull yourself up the mountain instead of wasting all that gas. The story mode has all kinds of trackable objectives, so as you're progressing through the story, each kind of checkpoint is a section of the story that you've completed. So maybe you've got 3 or 4 things you need to do on this part of the storyline. As you progress through each one of those sections, the game will save. So if you do have to start over at a checkpoint because you ran out of gas or wrecked your car or flipped or fell off a cliff or all of the above, you can restart at the checkpoint and keep going. Free mode I thought was super cool. What a neat idea to include this. The story itself would have been enough, but to include a free mode where you can just randomly pick the car you want to drive, randomly pick what adventure you want to go on, or who you want to go and rescue. I did a couple of them, and each one that I did, there was like 2 or 3 kind of objectives in each, and you can just go do whatever you want. Get there how you want, take whatever car you want. Like, it was awesome. There was one point where I had to get to a vehicle and then deliver it to another location. But that vehicle didn't have tow bars, so I couldn't tow it. So then you got to figure out, well, what can I do to fix it? Do I need to find a service truck? Do I need to find a fuel truck? Does it just need gas and I can drive it away? I don't know. So you just gotta, in free mode, you gotta drive away over there through the mud, through the lakes or the rivers, and over the bridges and up the mountain until you can get close enough to that vehicle get out of your car, walk over to it, and figure out what the hell's wrong with it so you can keep going. Super cool. The options and settings in the game are good. They're not terrific. There is no free movement. It's teleport only, which I think is kind of weird. For an advanced VR game like this, I think I should just be able to walk around with my thumbstick and go wherever I want. You can free turn, which is good. But with teleporting, you might as well just have snap turn on, which is what I did. And you have some options for degree of snap turn, which is always nice. In the options menu, there's also things about audio, music levels, sound effects, background noise, all that kind of stuff can be adjusted, which is great because everybody knows I don't like music in these kind of games, so I turned the music down right away and it was perfect. Mudrunner VR comes on the heels of Mudrunner, the franchise that's available on Xbox, Switch, PlayStation, Steam, like you name it. This game has been around since 2017 and thousands of people like this game, but it's ridiculous. There is 28,000 positive reviews or overly positive or very positive reviews just on the Steam store alone. So this company is dedicated to this franchise, which I think is great. And the company is Saber Interactive, and they have done tons of games over the years, from Ghostbusters, the video game remastered, World War Z Aftermath, Evil Dead the game, everybody's favorite Steam game, Teardown. My kids have been playing this for as long as I can remember. This game is so much fun. Teardown was actually released in 2022, and I'm pretty sure my kid bought it the day it launched. I bring this up because Saber Interactive has been in the gaming market for years. They're a dedicated gaming studio, both in publishing and developing, and I can't wait to see if maybe they're going to bring the rest of their catalog to virtual reality. I would say that Mudrunner is definitely like no other game right now in VR. Even just the quality of the town and the forest and the mountain area that you're in and the cabin area that you go to and the level of detail in the environments is amazing. Mudrunner will be available on MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest 3, MetaQuest Pro, and will be $19.99 on the Quest Store. Links in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know if Mudrunner VR is something that was on your radar, and if it wasn't, maybe it is now. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up button because it helps with the algorithm, and we'll see you on the next one.